Nicole.
And we're the Clarity Girls. So we're here today to talk about meditation. We have a lot of people come to us on a pretty regular basis and talk about, that they have some interest in maybe starting meditation for themselves, but they don't know how. And they also have that thought that maybe they aren't able to do meditation.
So the good news is that everybody can do meditation, and I know this because I've even taught somebody with extreme OCD how to meditate and kind of get their anxiety down. So you can do this too. But we're going to eliminate the idea that this needs to be a specific way. You can do meditation in a million different ways, and they're all right.
Yeah, so we like to call that freestyle meditation. A lot of people will tell you, maybe the purists will tell you, that you need to do meditation in sort of that traditional lotus position, and that maybe you have to be seated on the ground or something like that, but we don't think so. We've taught a lot of people how to meditate in their own personalized style that's just for them.
And it doesn't really matter when you do meditation. Some people like to do it in the morning. I have to do it in the morning so I can get my brain together.
And I find that if I do that in the morning, I can't focus on the meditation because I am thinking about all the things that I need to do. So you kind of have to know your brain and know, or practice at different times and kind of know what's going to work best for you.
And where also doesn't matter. Some people like to meditate in the middle of the woods. Some people like to meditate in a recliner in bed, sitting. And some people do like that lotus position. I sit like that often when I meditate.
Yeah, so whatever, again, feels best for you. And maybe it changes day to day. It does for me sometimes. Sometimes I'm in the recliner. Sometimes I sit on my couch or whatever.
But we can't go without talking about the millions of benefits of meditation. You can Google a list and it will be never ending, because meditation is like one of the biggest top coping skills that we have. It's really what exercise is for your body. Meditation is for your brain. It's that conditioning and that slowing down of your brain and the neural connections in your brain so that you can function better.
Right. Meditation's where it's at. And I know for me personally, it's helped a ton with anxiety and just kind of helping myself to be a little bit more of a calm person.
It will help you sleep better. It will help you give less fucks.
Yep.
About most
Fewer
things.
fucks. Absolutely.
So how are we going to do this? I mean, let's give them some tips and tricks about ways that have worked for us.
Right. So there's lots of different ways that you can do that. You can start, when I first started meditating, I decided I was going to focus on just the breath. So that's one thing that you can do. And you can even control the amount of time that you're going to use that. So I started literally with just 1 minute of setting the timer on my phone, and I said, okay, I'm going to try this for a minute. And then I was able to progressively work up to more time, and I usually do up to 15 to 20 minutes every day now. But so you can start with that and just focusing on the breath. You can focus on just maybe a sound. What are the sounds that you hear around you? You can focus on the flame of a candle. You can play some music maybe on your headphones or something and focus on that sound. So the idea here is to focus on one thing that will help you to just kind of put all of your attention on that.
And it's about bringing your body into the moment, because we don't ever do that. But I like to do what Christy's talking about and follow that Erin. I like to give it a color, though. I like to make mine, white, sparkly, and full of glitter.
Yes.
Because whenever you can add glitter to anything, you should.
Yes, sparkles are always good and recommended.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
With everything.
Yes. Just in life.
And you can even go as far as giving the inhale a color and giving the exhale a different color. So I like to breathe out black or envision toxins leaving my body.
Yeah.
So there's a variety of ways that you can do that. Some people like to just breathe in and focus on a mantra.
Right. So it might be something like focus or release or relax, or any word that makes sense for you. Maybe something that you're working on, maybe an affirmation. So that would be maybe a longer statement that is positive and makes sense for you, and that you really want to, maybe something you want to believe about yourself, but you don't quite believe yet.
So I always just say my mantra that I use is only light can flow into me and only light can flow out of me. And so that's just something that in the morning I kind of set the intention that only good things are coming my way, and hopefully I'm only giving good things to people who enter my space.
Right. And mine's not quite so beautiful as that mine is. I am relaxed. because I try to keep it simple with that. But that one works for me because sometimes I'm not relaxed and I really would like to be relaxed. So I'll repeat that.
Another great way to meditate is using visualization. So when people joke about going to their happy place, I genuinely go to my happy place. This is a imagery that you create in your head. So if you can daydream, if you can, dream at night, if you've ever had pictures in your head, you're capable of doing this practice. So what that looks like is taking yourself to a place. For me, my most favorite place would be going to this field of flowers, this huge field with this big, tree, and it's about incorporating all of your senses. So what do you see there? How bright are the colors and vivid are the colors around you? What can you feel?
You smell the flowers.
Yeah.
All of that stuff.
You feel that wind brushing across your cheeks or whatever that looks like. So you incorporate all of your senses, and then you can do this while you're at your office and you're in your cubicle. You can meditate and go to your happy place, and nobody's even gonna know.
Right, because what that does is going to that place when you're in a relaxed state is actually creates an anchor within the brain. So when you pull that visualization up later, you can actually bring that relaxed feeling back in, which is really, really awesome. And sometimes we need that around the office, right?
Yeah. And so, if you're going to be a daydreamer, be purposeful about it.
Exactly. You can incorporate different things like gemstones and crystals into your meditation. Sometimes that's really nice. I like to do a lot of work with angels, so I like to use my Angelite stone. That always brings a lot of peace and calm with it. But you can use whatever you like, whatever calls to you.
Yeah. Some people like to listen to music. I cannot listen to music while I meditate. It's not my thing once in a great while. I can incorporate it, but I'm really sensitive to the intention of music and the way it was written, and so I'll pick up that and get hijacked with feeling. So that's not for me, but you can incorporate a lot of different, whatever feels right. At the end of the day, if you want to have a specific blanket or pillow for this, if you want to have a specific, area of your house, if you have like a statue of
Buddha
or I don't know, if your child, I don't know, whatever that works for you, whatever brings you peace and calm, that's the whole point.
Yeah, so it's taking from this what makes sense to you, but it's also incorporating the things that you kind of think, oh, well, that feels relaxing, or that really helps me to focus a little bit more on my meditation.
So again, you're going to have those intrusive thoughts. That's the way the human brain works. Your job is just to acknowledge that they're there and return your focus onto what you're doing. So this is about getting control of those thoughts, and that will really serve you well outside of meditation, because you'll be able to acknowledge thoughts coming in that you don't need them right now, and here's what you're doing is I'm working on this. So that's going to serve you well in terms of anxiety and depression, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. And don't get too upset about that when you find yourself having that happen, because it's just really normal. It happens to us. We meditate pretty much every day. It still happens. That's just how the human brain works.
So if you are interested in our services or more information on Clarity, check out the links below. And thanks for watching.
Thank you.